Dillon, it seemed like you guys came out with a lot of energy. Did you kind of feel that way?
Yeah, so coming off of the loss last Thursday, we had 3 days off, so everybody had time to kind of relax and think about all of the things that we could do better. And when you're sitting alone, it's like, it just like you feel uncomfortable because you're like, I am not doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, whether that be team-wise or individually. And so that was definitely a motivation going into this week. And so felt like we had our best week of practice and definitely excited with what we put on tape in the first half. With that being said, we felt like we didn't have a very good third quarter. Definitely some things there that we need to look at and improve upon if we want to go where we want to go. So, just knowing that, kind of trying not to get too high after this win because Kansas is a good football team. They had an unbelievable start to the year, and we respected them quite a bit coming in here. Just knowing that we have a lot of big games ahead of us, and the work isn't done yet. Obviously, it's we're 4-3, I think. So just got to keep moving forward and keep working.
Dillon, you guys have that motto of like robbers and jackers this year, you know.
Jackers and robbers.
Yeah. So did you get some signs of that maybe in this game? Obviously, y'all had a couple of nice fumble recoveries in the first half.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard like the whole story behind it. I'm sure you have, but it's like basically like jackers and robbers. Like the difference between theft and robbery. Robbery is committing violence with the taking of what is somebody else's. So that's kind of what we take pride in, is the violent defensive side of the ball. I think you definitely saw that with some of the crossing routes and like the safeties coming down and hitting that hard. Really proud of the physicality that they played with, and then also like their receivers looking this way and they're coming from that way, and so like they got to turn around and the ball's right here to be poked at, and so that's obviously a big opportunity to take the ball with some violence there. So I think we took advantage of that, especially at the end of the first half. So yeah, proud of that. Proud of how those guys are progressing on the back end because, I see the work that they put in week to week, and just really proud to see that show up on Saturdays. We feel like we've had really great weeks of practice, but sometimes that doesn't show up on Saturday, and I think it showed up today. So.
Dillon, you talked about it a little bit. Really good first half defensively, and then maybe you guys let off the gas pedal a little bit in the second half. What do you guys need to do to have that complete four-quarter performance?
I'm not sure yet. We gotta look at the tape to see what we have going on. I don't think it's a mindset thing because we go out for the second half and everybody's like hooting and hollering in the locker room. Like we talk about having a lot of energy and having real energy. Sometimes we've had some fake energy go on, and that's just kind of like, hey, we have to be here. But really felt like everybody wanted to be there, especially at the start of the third quarter. Everybody wanted to be there at the start of the game, start of the third quarter. Some things didn't go our way. We had, I think we had some turnovers. I think we let up some big plays, and that's going to happen, especially when you play some playmakers like Kansas has. So. Really the biggest thing is just looking at, technically like what happened, what the guys are seeing, and making sure that their eyes are in the right spot and they're taking care of their assignment. So.
Dillon, y'all talk about complementary football.
Mm-hmm.
That first half, was that kind of the picture of what y'all envision in terms of complementary football?
Yeah, I think a really good example of that would be, so our offense turns the ball over on our own side of the field. First half, we get a stop. I think it was a 3-and-out, and we let up a field goal. Second half, we turn the ball over, and immediately they score in probably 4 plays. And so that's just a big part of complementary football. It's like a big thing in football is if the offense turns the ball over, it's go put the fire out. Like the firefighter doesn't care where the fire is. He doesn't care how big of a fire it is. He has to go save people, and he has to go do his job regardless of the adversity at hand. And so that's kind of a big defensive thing is, hey, if the offense turns the ball over, it's not on them. It's a team game, and so go put the fire out. Like it's your job to go take care of business. It doesn't matter if they turn the ball over on the 1-yard line. And I think we took care of that in the first half, but we need to continue to work towards that as we work into some other games.
Dillon, after allowing 30 points or more in 2 straight games, coming into this one, what was the defense's message throughout the week, and do you guys think that you accomplished whatever goal that you had set?
I mean, our biggest message was just do your 111th. Just trust the guys around you to do their job so that you can do your job, because I think like defense is kind of a bit of a puzzle in the sense that everybody kind of has to change a little bit so that everybody can get their job done and the full picture can look the way we want it to look. And sometimes it's fitting into a puzzle piece that you may not want to. When it comes to, hey, you may want to jump outside of a block to go try to make the big play and have your name called and have people write articles about you. But sometimes you got to go play inside, and the safety can come down and fly down and make the big hit. And even if it's a gain of 1 or 2, you did your job, and the safety can trust you. You can trust the safety. And that was a big thing that we looked at after the West Virginia game. Was just doing your 111th, because if we want to continue to grow and continue to win games, we have to fill all 11 puzzle pieces. So.
Dillon, after allowing 217 rushing yards to West Virginia, you allowed 56 today, just 2.5 yards per carry for Kansas. What clicked when it come to stopping the run today?
So we had played a lot of 4 down really throughout the year up till now, and I'm not sure Kansas was expecting the 3 down looks that we gave them. And so that was a big advantage to us. It was kind of a curveball that we threw at them, and that was because they had so much QB run game. We didn't expect, I think his name's Jalen Daniels, 6. We didn't expect him to play, and we knew Bean was more of a runner. And so we got into some 3 down stuff that makes it a little bit better on the backers to fit, and we can bring a safety down and allow the pieces to fit a little bit easier when they start crossing the tight end and start running power read and start running triple option and all those things, because option football is really hard to play defensively from the standpoint of everybody has to do their job because they have so many options, obviously, hence the name. And so, I mean, it was sometimes, even if not all the jobs get done, the defense takes care of it through speed and aggression. It's like solve all your problems with aggression. And we kind of did that a little bit today. So part of it is mindset, but part of it was scheme. And I'm obviously really glad that we had that plan in place. I think Coach Ron Roberts did a great job of getting us ready for that. I mean, we watched clip after clip of split zone, then bluff, then tackle arc, then power read. And I mean, it's play after play of tough fits. And if Kansas continues to do that offensively, I think they're going to be really successful in this conference, especially from the standpoint of, I mean, a lot of what we see is zone run game, and that's traditionally pretty easy to fit as backers because you just play the gap in front of you, you play the open gap. But when those gaps start moving and guys start moving, it makes it quite a bit more difficult, especially as you play 3 down or 4 down, as we like to do as a multiple defense. And so was really focused on just doing our jobs, and I think we were really happy with the result.
Dillon, we talked a little bit about it last year when you got those opportunities against BYU, but it seems like when you're on offense, not only do you get touches, but you're pretty efficient with it, getting first downs or touchdowns when you touch it. Is that something that you work on in practice, trying to getting those little extra yards to make sure you get the first down when your name's called?
I mean, yeah, we don't do a ton of like tackle practice, which is kind of just like, hey, like run your feet, stay low. Which obviously I think I could do a better job of. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing when I go on offense is just making sure I capitalize on opportunity for the guys around me, because we have a bunch of offensive linemen. Like I went in on the goal line today, and we had just had like an 80-yard drive or something like that, and the offensive line is like they're panting and sweating, and they're like get us out of here basically. And I'm like, we got to finish. And so basically just like doing my job for their sake, because, if I do my job pretty well, then hopefully we'll be off the field pretty soon. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.